from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Gordon once more. He's 6.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, Bridgewater. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 16, Bridgewater over the middle, complete to Judy. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points in the game. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Mahomes now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. No score after one on EA Sports. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
For a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Chiefs take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And able to get this out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
What a catch there by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown. Tim Patrick, 75 yards. And the Broncos show off their quick strike ability. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves there, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that, yeah, I can do this. Whether it's preparation, reading the film, whatever it was.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes forced out to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Steps away to his... And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football. Butker now to add the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
He is going to find Hill here. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
I'm coming after you.
Bridgewater. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down, it's Gordon. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bridgewater now. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
This pass caught by Hamler. Field.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down, Bridgewater.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to... Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. And they work this out past the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, nice move. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.